Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Sunday, October 18th, 2015. Ra here in the Lynn-Body-Mind, Black Wolf and Glenn in the Jamie Body-Mind, other teammates in other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension and in the subatomic layers of the physical from the perspective of the spirit world viewers. Glenn has joined us here at this level of the physical dimension because he wants to do what is his to do, and it feels that he actually really does want that, unlike many people who believe they want that, but actions speak louder than words and their actions prove otherwise. Glenn wants to know what's his to do right now, and he's having difficulty discerning it, and so he asked a couple of minutes ago if he could come up here and discuss it, and we are here getting ready to video, so our interpretation is this will be the topic of our videoed effort today. We could be wrong as always. Our background intention is to do what is ours to do right now, in all dimensions right now, to manifest the divine plan right now, since that's what our soul plans commit us to. And the data clearly showing what's needed is to provide a collective restart right now. And with that, it begins. What now for each of us in every moment? That's the continual question for those of us who actually intend to live coherently with our stated values.
That's true.
There are many of us who have stated values that are of high ideals, high standards. We say that our values are such and such, and the way
That's
we
true.
express them, they sound wonderfully lofty. And then we discover that something happens in between our stating of our values and the way we live our lives.
That's true.
So that for almost everybody there isn't coherence between the stated value and the life.
That's true.
And here's where the breakdown is occurring for almost all of us.
That's true.
Now, Glenn, do you intend to be a true servant of Spirit?
I don't know.
Oh, I love that answer. Do you intend to do the work as assigned by wiser minds above to specifications in every moment?
Yes, I think so.
Well, I think so too, because I'm running a screen right now and you seem to still be here.
That's true.
Now our intentions ebb and flow, so it's possible that you're stronger now in this intention than you would be in the future, or than you have been in the past.
That's definitely true.
This is how it is for all of us, right?
That's true.
But right now you actually intend to do the work as assigned by wiser minds above to specifications in every moment.
That's true.
Because I'm still running screens for that, and you're still here.
That's true.
So, by that definition, then yes, you would be intending to be a true servant of Spirit, to do what is yours to do in every moment. To specifications would be a good servant of Spirit, yes?
Yes, that's true.
If you had a crew that did what you told them to do to specifications in every moment, how would you feel about them?
Pretty good. I would trust those people.
It would be a dream, right?
That's true.
Right.
But now I don't know what I'm supposed to do
Yes.
in order to become more aligned with my stated values.
Yes. Well, let's live stream up. What now? For Glenn, what is his to do right now? Again, they're showing me this this segue from an inconvenient truth being presented to living a life of integrity.
Yes.
How does one deal with the inconvenient truths we are being presented with and still live a life that's coherent with our stated values? Yes?
That's a good question.
And we right now as spirit world presences are being presented with a very inconvenient truth that roughly 2.5 million of us, all told, cannot get those 3 cordoned off life forms in the projects to do anything other than what they already want to do.
That's true.
This is an inconvenient reality.
Yes, it is.
Now, Here's how we can move from there to our stated values, living coherently with our stated values, being people of integrity.
Yes.
First, we can develop curiosity. I can't help but notice that 2.5 million of us aren't enough to get these 3 miserable humanoids on a backwater planet in an average universe to do what they're supposed to do.
That's true.
Really, to do anything that they're supposed to do.
That's true.
I wonder why that is.
What does that mean?
What's going
What's going
on?
on there?
Developing an attitude of curiosity. Well, what do I know? I know that we have discovered that we used to have carrot tools and stick tools.
Yes, that's
tools
true.
that would motivate people by moving them forward, being able to reward behaviors.
Yes.
And tools that we could smack them on the backside when they were lagging to encourage them to go faster.
Yes, that's true.
And what seems to have occurred over the last couple of years is that our ability to reward good behaviors has completely ended.
That's true.
All of that was coming through the divine delivery system, and it just doesn't seem to work anymore.
Yes, that's true.
In addition, our ability of smiting people who are doing things they shouldn't be doing is also diminishing. Pretty rapidly.
That's true.
But we can still break things.
That's true.
We've proven that here this
Yes.
last week, and maybe that's part of the purpose of all the broken things is, look, we
That's
can
true.
still break things.
That's true.
Now, is it appropriate to break things with someone who's attempting to follow when all we can do is break things, we can't reward good behaviors?
No, that's inappropriate.
That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy. And that's why that's on the don't do that here ever.
Ever
Not
again,
just
under any circumstances.
here at this level. Don't do that in the Search for Truth pillar.
That's
Don't
true.
do it to Angela, the transport portal.
That's true.
Don't do it to Pete, the protista, end of the line outpost.
That's true.
Don't do it to Anemone below, end of the line outpost. Don't do it to Frontier or Fond du Lac or whatever that person is below there. All of them are really seriously engaging in a search for truth,
That's
wanting
true.
to know what's going on for themselves and in the worlds around them.
That's true.
So we can't break things since that's all we can do. There's no carrot and stick, there's just stick. And if you beat your puppy, how long is it going to take before the puppy doesn't want to have anything to do with you?
Not very long.
Not very long.
That's true.
However, we know that we can break things. So let's not get hung up on what we can't do.
But
Let's do what we can do.
do.
Now here we have these 3 cordoned off life forms in the projects,
Yes.
things 1, 2,
2
and
and
3. We can break things.
That's true.
Let's start breaking things there in an attempt to kind of herd them in the direction of beginning to think about doing what they need to do in order to be fulfilling their destiny, living their soul plans, doing what's theirs to do.
That's true.
And it may or may not work. And so to have an attitude of experimentation is, well, we know we can break things. Let's attempt to use breaking things in such a way as to, it's kind of like herding cats,
Yes,
as
that's
to
true.
herd these cats into their destinies and see if it'll work. And it'll either work or it won't.
That's true.
But we will learn an awful lot.
That's true. An attitude of experimentation.
An attitude of experimentation and not worrying about what we can't do, just doing what we can do. These are the tools we have. Boom. So we see that Asha had set up a training center near the river that borders the spirit world
Nature realms
and nature realms border in Thing 1.
That's true.
And that we have learned an awful lot about how fast the spirit world structures break down inside of life forms.
That's true.
Really, really fast. So do you have a crew of people you could take with you to rebuild that training center?
Yes.
And would that crew of people be willing to patrol the whole road, all the way from the top of Thing 1, all the way to the bottom? And keep going up and down the road, keeping that road safe for travelers and keeping the training center maintained.
Oh, I would like to say yes.
Well, would you be willing to do it and see
I would
if
be willing
anyone
to
will
do
come
it.
with you?
Yes.
Maybe they will,
I would
and
be
maybe they
willing to do
won't.
it.
Be willing to do it by yourself if needed.
I'm willing to do that.
To offer it to people, and they'll either take it or they won't.
That's true.
But to be willing to do it. And you know what? If you're doing it yourself, it's actually very peaceful, meditative, and pleasant.
That's true. Plus, one of the most important rules of leadership. Be the kind of person that you would want all of your followers to be.
Yeah.
If I would want my followers to patrol the road, it doesn't make any sense for me not to start by doing it myself.
That's right. And then to reach the end of the road, either at the bottom or the top, turn around, come back to the training center, fix everything that's broken, spiff it up, continue on in a loop. Does that make sense?
Yes, and that feels really good.
It does. My story is that with Garth there, running the cables, and with you there patrolling the road and maintaining both the road and the center, that Asha will show up at the center and she will begin leading classes in using the hammers, quote unquote, and we'll discover whether or not that has any impact whatsoever on thing one.
I think that's likely.
The key for each of us as individuals is to not get hung up on whether or not anyone else does what they're supposed to do.
That's true.
Just to show up and do what's ours to do.
That's true.
And to keep our word. So Glenn, how long would you be willing to sign on for? A day, a week, a month, a year? How long? For this assignment of patrolling the road, well, rebuilding first, rebuilding the infrastructure, and then patrolling and maintaining it. How long are you willing to commit to if no one else shows up? Because that's the real test, right? And then keep your word.
1 day.
1 day. 24-hour period?
24-hour period.
In the meantime, intend to get other people to go with you so that it isn't just you, right? So that 24 hours from now you feel more hopeful, not less, so that you're intending to become more committed to the project, not less.
That's true.
Now, what we have been working with is to discern how to get from truth to integrity.
Yes.
And we're not saying we've got this totally figured out, but what we have so far, and Black Wolf, correct me if I miss anything,
I'm
is
watching.
In order to get from an inconvenient truth to living in integrity, we must first acknowledge the truth and become curious about what it actually means.
That's true.
Develop an attitude of experimentation. Well,
That's true.
now I'm going to learn something. Not worry about what we can't do. Just do what we can do.
That's true.
Begin to take action, forming a working theory about what is going on, and then testing it with our actions.
That's true.
And tweaking, how can I do this better? How can I say this more precisely? What's actually more true about what's really going on here? Trying to get ever more truthful, ever
That's
more
true.
precisely accurate. And then the point comes when a commitment is going to be essential to move from where we are to living in coherence with our stated values of being servants of spirit.
That's true.
A commitment to just do it. And we see that this is where our friend Pan is bouncing off of that hurdle of commitment.
That's
so
true.
Pan has walked along the road up until that point, and then he gets to that commitment hurdle, and boom, now he's in some really unpleasant situation, and he doesn't yet have enough credit with spirit. His ATM card doesn't have enough to pay the ticket of the rescue.
That's true.
So he's just having to have a really unpleasant experience.
That's true.
And when he has enough on his ATM card, we'll go get him
We'll
out.
go get him. That's true.
But that commitment step is essential, right?
Yes.
Now we're not there yet. But we will all come to the point where it's important to make a commitment. Now once we make the commitment, keeping it becomes crucial.
That's true.
Right? Because you have, for example, seen other people, quote, commit to their physical charges. I won't leave you. Right? And come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. Right?
That's true.
And what impact does that have on the physical host?
They become less and less willing to believe you.
Or listen. Why would they listen?
Right.
Why would they listen to a liar?
A liar. That's true. I never looked at it like that.
Right.